Hi Taurus, and welcome to your Spirit Guide messages for the second half of February 2019. I'm going to pull 3 cards to start out the reading to see what the main things are, the main energies your guides would like you to focus on for these last 2 weeks of February. So let's see what's up. Right, Taurus, we have the Lynx, Keeper of Secrets. So right off the bat, this is like keep your hand and your cards close to your chest, Taurus. It says, take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In the silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So, Taurus, a couple of things with this card. First, hold your hand close to your chest. You know, the cards that you hold in your hand. Don't reveal your plans, your strategies, and also falling into the observer mode. And what that means is, you know, really paying attention to subtleties around people, around situations, when having conversation, being really tuned into what they're saying and what they're not saying, the way they're explaining something different, you know, choices of words that they use. And I'll give you an example of this. I was talking to somebody one time, and it was about, you know, money. And I asked a very specific question about, okay, how much does this specific thing cost? And they pretty much went on a tangent for about 15 minutes about nothing to do with my question, never answered my question. So I let them speak, and by the time, and I paid attention to everything they were saying, right? Not so much, it's hard to explain, like really just, okay, not trying to so much understand the message that they're conveying, because you're going to get that anyways just listening. I mean, really paying attention to how they articulate things, what they withhold, just their word choices. So after that person went all the way around on that tangent, I was like, okay, well, you didn't answer my question, so could you please answer my question? Your flipping the script and tomfoolery did not fool me, all right? You didn't distract me from my question. And so that's kind of the observer I feel like you need to be, is where you're just really paying attention to every little subtlety about something. And it's not like because you're going to find out some deep, dark secret or, you know, something like that. I feel things are just going to start kind of clicking for you. Missing pieces to a puzzle are going to all come together, and it comes more through your observation, and also inner knowings will be confirmed through this observation. Really, really slow your pace down, and you will see. But also, I don't get the sense that whatever you observe or come to understand is meant to really be shared these last 2 weeks of February, just based on this here. Yeah, look at this. Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Okay, so this, we're not really going to talk about the romance part because this is a spirit guide messages, and that's, well, you know what? Okay, I see why that's there. So some of you, this might actually involve a romance where it could go either way, where somebody, you'll tell that somebody is truly genuine and all they're doing and saying by getting out of the filter of your current perception and really observing their actions. You'll see that they're telling you the truth. They're coming from a place of heart. Now, for some of you, the opposite is that, where by really paying attention, you're going to see like deception or trickery going on, you know, in some area. So again, this kind of is the same message. It's like, you know what's up. You do. And you're like, what you've been feeling, it's going to be confirmed. Yeah, look at this. Dolphin play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. So Taurus, with this, it's like whatever you are observing, whatever you are coming to as far as conclusion goes, you're kind of building a case, building a little arsenal of facts and clues and details. And it's not like you're supposed to let on that you are noticing anything really, except for the situation where it's like you've really been fear-based and afraid and kind of hiding behind that energy. And here Spirit is saying, well, you know what? Why don't you just slow your roll and really pay attention to what this person is doing and saying? And then you see, okay, yeah, they are being honest. And it's a very nice energy that you come into with them. It's like you let your guard down. You allow yourself to be vulnerable and emotionally intimate with this person, whether it's a new friend, coworker, you know, some of you, if you started talking to like a counselor, or you've been thinking about, you know, talking to a counselor, anything like that, so by some sort of observation of something, it's like you're going to be put at ease and you're going to see the honesty and truth of them. For the rest of you, though, where that does not apply or fit, this is, again, where you're observing somebody or some situation and you're really like, whoa, just wow. But again, it's like you are to not let on these last 2 weeks of February that you're in the know, or that you're aware for whatever reason, okay? And that will be revealed to you at a later time, obviously, but it's just kind of like, keep it in your back pocket, but don't forget it. You just, it's like, I don't know, some things you could be observing may have absolutely nothing to do with the now, and it's like going to be beneficial later down the road, okay? So let's pull some more cards here. All right, so we have a sapling. Some of you, this could be about your child, okay, and what they're really doing or up to. Maybe some of you are not trusting, and if you just kind of really observe, you'll realize that, you know, all is well. Or some of you, it may be that you've been too trusting and you just had this feeling like you shouldn't be. Again, you will, you know, apply this how it fits. But if it's not to do with the child, this to me is representing somebody who, like, you may have seen as powerful, but they're not. Like, you're much more powerful than they are. Don't forget that. Nuts. Oh, goodness. And then we have leaves. Look at that. Okay, Taurus. Yeah. Whatever it is, there are nuts to be cracked open, to be as what's inside, okay, what's really inside of somebody or some situation, or what somebody's saying, their motivation. There's something within that, and that's like why you're observing. And here, this to me, again, coming out under dolphin. And these are the leaves. This is like fall time, things falling away, things changing. This is like you need to act like you don't know until it's time, okay? And with this being about that, like when it's time, it's like upon your exit or departure, or there's something where there's like this ending or this separation, and I don't feel like it's a bad thing, okay? But it's like in that moment, that's when you express what you know. Or, oh my gosh, okay, so if you're trying to leave a job, leave a relationship, just whatever, it's like when you are finally ready at that point to execute that, that's when you put out there all that you know and what you've come to learn and understand. And that way you just like have all of this information that somebody cannot dispute or tell you is wrong, as before perhaps maybe in the past they would have said to you, oh no, you don't have proof. It's like you will have the proof, and then you'll just be able to be like, see ya. And I almost feel like it's like Spirit's saying, keep it under wraps, because whatever this is, it's almost like this person or situation deserves the shock of you being like, I know you've really tried to hide things well from me, but I kind of know, and now I'm out of here. Whew. Okay, so let's pull more on that. Man, Taurus, you're in the know about something. definitely, but it's like Spirit's like, but don't act like you know what you know until it's the right moment. And that right moment is when you're ready to walk out that door for whatever that means for you personally. Okay, so let's clarify a bit more, Taurus. Okay, relationship balance. Yep. Boom. You're seeing the truth of things where somebody was trying to make you feel small. You're realizing how small they truly are. Okay. Also, though, now, man, Spirit just keeps wanting to bring this up. So I don't like bringing up romance in, you know, these spirit guide messages, but I just have to say this because we have sapling, be open to romance, relationship balance. Taurus, some of you, I feel like there may be a relationship in your life that is either brand new coming in, or this is a reconnection with somebody, and you're very weary of whether or not this, you know, if they're being real, if they're being honest. There may have been some things in the past. So again, get rid of the perception you have and really just pay attention to actions, and you'll see the truth of things. You'll see the heart of things. And, you know, this is a general reading, so that could be for the good or the bad. I mean, it looks like it plays out very nicely to me, but again, this is general. So it's going to play out differently for all of you, really. But listen, if you observe, you're going to just see. And, you know, anytime you notice something, don't call them out on it. Don't just make a mental note of it, because there's going to come a point. Or this is where you are holding back and you are seeing like that everything they're saying is true, okay? Keep things simple, yep. With the violet, this is like building on something that's already existed, okay? And so here's that return of a potential relationship where now it's like, we're going to try this again. But for those of you where this doesn't have to do with romance, this could be a friendship, a family ships, a relationship with your child, okay? Any relationship really, but there's this tempering, there's this balance to it, and we're building on what was already established before. But it's like we're kind of in observation mode. We need to remain fun, playful, all of that, but still be in observation mode. And look at this. Apply past lessons. Okay, with the leaves. Ah, Taurus. Okay. Listen. Apply past lessons is typically always about, you know, it's going to be the same thing the second time around. All right? But again, with observing, apply past lessons, Taurus, it's like whatever is resurfacing back in your life, don't just jump right back into it, okay? It could be a very different situation this time around, but with leaves and the palm coming together, that would, to me, if I was doing a personal reading, I would say, no, this is going to end. But this is a general reading, so I can't put that message out there like that, because there's so much variation, you know, to what each and every one of you are going through. So I'm gonna say that you've really got to use past experiences to properly navigate this, whether this is a reconnecting relationship or a newer relationship coming in, new opportunity, just however this is speaking to you, you've really got to use your past knowledge and experience, okay, and be more in observation mode before you jump in and commit and connect, so that the same thing doesn't happen in the past. And if you kind of go at it that way, you'll spot, you know, dishonesty and deception way earlier than if you're just like, they seem sincere, I'm going to go back into this, that type of thing. It's like, by you observing and not revealing what you're picking up on, that gives you the ability to see if something is genuine or if it's not. But it has a lot to do with the past, okay? Just have to say that. A lot to do with the past. Some of you, because of this, it's time to let the past go. All right, and open yourself back up to relationships, to romance, to your dreams, your goals, just whatever. It's time to reignite yourself and sweep the past away, rebuild on what you left behind within yourself, okay? So let's throw some dice on it. All right, over here we have the 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles. Woo, woo, yes, yes. This is very stable, but also with this, it's like we're learning through observation. Over here, we have the 4 of Pentacles paired up with this 2 of Cups. My, Taurus, listen, okay, if somebody was really selfish and, you know, holds back and withholds love, affection, just whatever, you know, Taurus, listen, it might not be the best thing to try to pursue this again. If this is a newer situation where it feels, even though this is a new person, but just what's going on feels very similar to what you've been through before, it probably is very similar, all right? I just cannot say enough to be the observer before you jump in or agree to anything these last 2 weeks of February, because some of you, it's like there's a very selfish person trying to stay attached to you or stay in your life because of, you know, the wealth that you have, the wealth that exists inside of you. There's just something about you where they're trying to maintain something with you, but it's so selfish as to why. And I mean, that's really clear coming through. So if that's speaking to you, here's your confirmation from Spirit. If that doesn't speak to you, then obviously that's not your message. But wow, just Taurus, stand your ground, really observe. And before you present yourself, have a lot of facts so that anybody trying to make you think you're crazy or wrong, you could just shoot them right down. Apply past experiences when you've been in similar energy, okay? It's like that's, I don't know, I feel like you are going to prevail here. And just everything I've said. So I'm going to pull another card here. All right, and this says, Llama, set clear boundaries and enforce them. That couldn't be any better advice after all of this, right? Yes, it has to do with the past, though, Taurus. It's like, if this is a second chance at something, really assert yourself. Remember what didn't work in the past, and don't jump in until you really have observed the entire energy of the situation or person, okay? And set clear boundaries, all right? Assert yourself. So we'll pull one final card here. All right, so we're going to go with this one because that one's kind of turned on us. And what do we have here? Psychic protection. Set boundaries and psychic protection. Apply past lessons. Taurus, listen, I always want to be like love, 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 love. But man, you guys just be careful, okay? Be careful. Your observation, detaching emotionally, is really going to show you what's up, what's going on. Around me now, a shield of gold, protecting me strong and bold. But also with this, Taurus, you guys kind of have a little guardian angel here that is going to show you, like this, yeah, trust yourself, because we all have free will, okay? But man, you're just going to know. You're going to know, and trust your knowing more than anything, because you're being protected and guided. Okay? I swear it. I swear it. So anyways, Taurus, those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.